Columbia, South Carolina. Paul is in Anaheim, California. Chad is in Hagerstown, Maryland. Rob is in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And Tanya is in Louisville, Kentucky. So anyway, thanks wherever you are. Saturday night, something we're doing in conjunction with Channel 19 and the Cleveland Cavaliers, something called All for the Land, the COVID-19 Relief Live. This is a telethon on Saturday night that will air live on 19 News. It will also air live here on WMMS and WTAM. And they'll be raising funds to help out the Greater Cleveland Food Bank and the United Way of Greater Cleveland. You can go to cleveland19.com for the information. So a handful of us are going to be part of this, and it's for a good cause. It's going to be for a lot of people who need assistance in Northeast Ohio. So this Saturday night, 8 to 10 p.m., it's a live telethon here on WMMS, on WTAM, 19 News. The Cavaliers are part of this as well. I know LT Cootersnooch is going to be part of this.
JB Bickerstaff.
I don't know who that is.
Coach of the Cavs.
I know Josh Cribbs is going to be part of this. He and his wife, right? They do that show. They do that Cribbs in the CLE.
In the CLE.
Yeah.
I was on that show. Very nice people.
You were on that show.
Mm-hmm.
We played the audio from when you were on that show.
Sure.
And I've watched it every single day since you were on it.
How do you feel?
As have I.
Actually not. I forgot it existed.
I haven't. I watch it every day, and I can now lip sync along with it.
Nice.
It's fun because
That's
sometimes
crazy because it's a new show every day.
No, he watches my show every day.
Yeah, her episode, not the show.
You doing
her
TikToks?
episode. And so what I'll do is, someday I'll be Josh Cribbs, and then another day I'll be Mary Santora.
Look at that.
Because I know all the lines now.
Yeah.
Boy, it's just fun.
It's like watching your favorite movie.
Just fun. It is like watching my
It's
favorite
like watching
movie.
The Simpsons with me, except I say all the funny parts moments before they do.
And that
which is
does
real,
make it better.
Yeah, it makes it real fun.
Boy, I had to
Cuts all the
really,
tension.
and it was many years ago, but I had to really stop doing that when I would watch movies with people. I was probably still in college, but I was the guy that'd be like, watch this. Watch this.
God, I
Yeah.
hate you.
I know, I was that guy. Especially because I grew up on a steady diet of like horror movies and splatter films and stuff in high school. So if I'd watch like a horror movie with somebody, I'd be like, oh, this is awesome.
Just wait.
Thereby entirely killing the suspense, obviously.
Yeah.
But I was so focused on like the practical effects that were
you
in
don't want anyone to
80s
miss
horror, gory movies. I didn't want anybody to miss anything.
You're the chick in the Paranormal Activity movie theater when like there's a scary part that she thinks is about to happen. She throws up her popcorn and screams. Everybody hated that lady. She got escorted out.
I don't ever remember an actual person doing that.
I did that once.
Throwing up the popcorn and
I did it
screaming.
once as a joke.
She took a handful. She's like, ah! And then people, you just saw like the domino effect. Everybody else jumping because she jumped. And then the first time she did it, it was funny. But she kept doing it.
Oh, she's doing it on purpose.
Yes.
I see.
See, I did it when I saw, was the second Pirates movie at World's End? No.
No, Dead Man's Chest.
Dead Man's Chest. When I saw that, there was a jump scare in it, and I'd seen it once, and I went back to see it again.
I know
and
exactly
I knew it
what
was
part
coming.
you're talking about.
Yeah, and when that happened, I had this big old bucket of popcorn, and I just go, ah! And then I threw it like
throw it up in the air
everywhere. Yeah, I was doing a bit. It was
People
funny.
laugh.
But it got on
It's
other
like
people,
20
yeah?
bucks.
It was worth it. It's funny.
Okay.
That is not worth it. You get salt and butter all over
Unless
people.
you
I didn't have butter on the popcorn. I said just give me regular popcorn.
Oh, I was going to say, unless
You
you
get
the...
salt and butter on people. That's what made him angry.
I'm sure the janitors really loved cleaning up after you, Bill.
Well,
Yeah, they
that's
did.
what they
They're
do,
essential.
is they clean
Why do
up.
you got to make it excessive, though?
That's what janitors do, is clean things up.
Because I was going for the laugh.
If you get the big bucket, that's free refills.
Yeah.
Then that's smart.
I think I did have the big bucket that had free refills, and
Then you can throw it wherever you want.
got the laughs, and it was worth it.
Talk to somebody who cleans up movie theaters.
They're
They will
gonna
tell
disagree.
you. No, they will tell you sweeping up loose popcorn is the least of their worries.
It's their favorite part.
There is nothing like
All the HJs is what they're worried about.
movie theater popcorn. Like I cannot replicate it. Even if you get the same type of popcorn they pop in the
It's
movie
that
theater,
butter.
It's different. It's just there's nothing like movie theater popcorn. That's why they charge $18 a damn.
Well, no,
bowl.
that's how they make their money. They're not making money off the movies.
But it tastes so much better in the theater than it does at home in your own microwave.
I would get
And we have a popcorn maker.
the amount of butter that when you bite into it, it almost gushes in your mouth. That was how much butter I would
no,
put on
that's
popcorn.
no wonder you're lactose
Gushing.
intolerant.
Oh, I know. I probably did this to myself.
That's not butter.
Probably. It's like
yeah,
soybean oil. But
You're
I
lucky
also
if
think
it's soybean oil.
that their salt is like way finer. What am I? More
More finely
granulated?
More refined.
ground
It's
or
a finer grit.
Whatever it is, it tastes better that way. I feel like, right?
Oh, I have
it's
gone.
not like regular salt.
I have gone to see movies I did not care about at all because I wanted the popcorn.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah,
Wait, so not liking butter? Do you get butter on it, or you just put salt on it?
I don't put anything on it.
You just eat it as is.
Yeah.
He doesn't
How
even
they
have
made
him
it.
pop it. He just eats the seeds because he's a crazy person.
I said, give me a cup of kernels. All right, I'll fart on it until they all pop. So I have fart corn there in the movie theater. But now you want smell-o-vision?
But there would be a couple movies we watch at home, and like we have like the popcorn maker, so I'm like, okay, great. So this is gonna taste just like movie theater, and it tastes good, but it's not. It's just not the same. I don't know what it is.
There's still some really good microwave popcorn out there, though.
I'm a kettle corn fan through and through.
I'm a Paul Newman Red
Is that
Box
the
guy.
sweet, the kettle corn?
kettle corn
Man,
is
I
sweet
think
and
I'm
I don't
salty.
gonna
like
have
that.
popcorn on the way home
Gross.
tonight.
I just
That
had a
sounds like
bag
a
of
nice night.
kettle corn the other night. It was my last bag. And I get like the little 100-calorie ones because I will eat. If you get the big ones, I'll eat the whole thing just sitting there. God, it's so good.
I remember, I'm not too big. I don't need a lot of accoutrements with my popcorn, right? As is fine with me if it tastes good or whatever. But I remember one of my best friends growing up when I would stay over at his house. We would always make big bowls of popcorn. So we were watching some horror movie or something, and he would cover it in Parmesan cheese.
I like to dip it in hot sauce sometimes.
And then, like, because he would, like, when all the popcorn's eaten, run his finger around, and I was like, Parmesan cheese on your popcorn.
I like kettle corn with sometimes every now, like a regular handful, and then I'll dip like 2 little kernels in hot sauce, and then like a regular handful.
What's kettle corn?
Kettle corn is sweet and
It's
salty.
the sweet,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
gross. It's
No, it's not
No,
gross.
it's not. It's so
just not
good.
for everybody.
it's just disgusting.
I like it.
That's fine.
It's not my go-to, but I mean, it's
Kettle corn, caramel corn?
caramel corn, you mean?
No, caramel.
Somebody's gurgling.
Corona.
Yeah.
And I also like cheddar popcorn, like the bagged white cheddar popcorn you buy at
Dude,
the store.
Erica
Smart
called
Pop or whatever.
Erica called that hood popcorn. I brought
It's
that.
so good.
I brought that to I think it was like around the time Nora was born. The very night Nora was born, we went on a cabin getaway. Erica and like a bunch of our friends, well, her friends, but I just tagged along. And I bought like a big ass bag of hood popcorn, and it was like the size of me. It was like
Like
I'm
the
eyeing
black
it.
bag that says like that's the one I'm talking about. The white cheddar. It's like
It was
black
white
bag with white words.
It was white cheddar, but it was just it was probably like a Great Value brand or something knockoff brand, but it was a huge bag. And she was like, "Who buys this?" I was like, "It was fantastic."
It's
Especially when you get drunk.
it's like he won it at the carnival.
Yeah.
A giant bag of popcorn.
I was eyeing that bag. That's how tall it was.
When I went to the air show this year, I bought one of those giant bags of kettle corn, and I was with my buddy, and I was like, "Do you want any of this?" He's like, "No, I'm not a big fan of kettle corn." I was like, "Just try it," because it's like the fresh pop where they have like the urn and they're stirring it with an oar or whatever, and they got the big
Really
paddle.
selling it.
Yeah.
Have you've walked past the kettle corn stand at a fair? You know
Yes.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
Yes.
just don't get it.
It's really good. But he ended up eating like one handful, and then I ate the rest of the bag. I felt so sick.
Huh. Hard to believe.
Hard to believe.
Yeah.
Good though.
Who's gurgling in here, by the way?
Oh, that was my neck.
Your neck?
Yeah.
Your neck gurgles?
Yeah,
Your
sometimes.
throat, you mean? Oh, he didn't
No,
want to
it
say
was
throat
his
because it
physical neck.
Gets me all worked
throat
up.
gets him all worked up.
Ew.
Bitch, you got coronavirus. Ooh, shit, you got coronavirus. We ain't finna do shit with this coronavirus. I ain't finna take a trip with this coronavirus.
You know, after Carl, the crazy trucker, called us from Birmingham, Alabama last segment, all these other people along the supply lines
What about
start
us?
texting me saying, "Hey, what about me?"
We're essential.
Tell Carl, truckers are nothing without us railroaders. He wouldn't have anything to haul. We own the intermodal yards as well, so give a shout out to the railroads. All right.
I heard a train for the first time in my neighborhood since I moved there.
Shout out to the railroaders.
Railroads. What are those? Like B&O?
Yeah, B&O. Pacific Northwestern
Pacific,
or what?
yeah.
Yeah, right. B&O, sure.
There's 4 of them. They're each on a different side of the square.
Alan, without the mechanics working on them trucks, they can't be on the road. Truckers don't move without us mechanics. Right, all the way to, yes. And the
down.
mechanics got nothing to work with without us guys who make screws. Yeah, I understand, yeah. I make spark plugs. What about me? You're all essential, all right?
Without drunks crashing their cars, mechanics don't have anything to do. So you're welcome.
Oh my
They
God.
actually have a lot to do.
No.
You think they're waiting around for people to bring in their DUI mobiles?
I think so.
Finally, we got some business.
You're welcome.
Oh, we are backed up.
Keep drinking and driving. It makes us so much money.
I am curious though, whoever's traveling right now, like by plane, can you take a picture of the inside of the cabin? Because
Yeah.
I want to see how many people are actually flying. Because I live right by the airport, and I'm used to hearing like multiple flights every couple hours. I heard one.
You're in the flight path?
The entire night.
I was in
heard
the
one.
backyard over the weekend when it was real warm, and there was a plane flying overhead, and it was weird. It was almost like a zombie movie where you're like, oh my God, there's a plane.
Mm-hmm. You're just waiting for it to crash.
Yeah.
That way it does in like all like the disaster movies where you're like, oh, there's a plane, and
Just explodes mid-flight.
It was really strange because we're used to pausing like every half hour because like, sorry, you're talking, there's a plane going, and one the entire night, and it was like towards midnight. I'm like, this is strange.
Alan, what about us CNC machinists? What about the CNC Music Factory?
we talked about them yesterday.
Yeah, they were making music. Fine, CNC machinists. That's for Stripper Scott. Isn't he a CNC machinist?
I think so.
How's he holding up?
Yeah, I mean,
I assume he's fine. Is he still doing that Fat Thor thing?
yeah, but
That's
he
his
can't-
best look.
But he can't do it where he wants to. He wants to go out in public as Fat Thor.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
This guy can't catch a break.
I
Clubs
know.
are closed.
He finally got a good look, and he can't do it.
Hookers don't want to hook.
Oh, Hooker's gonna hook.
Hookers gonna hook.
Yeah.
gonna hook, yeah.
Baiter's gonna bait.
They're essential.
I was gonna say, you think that they had like threats of other viruses in the past? Has that stopped them? No. But now all of a sudden they're like, no, I can't hook. I'm
You
scared.
can't get within 6 feet.
Alan, shout out to the sales agents in commercial insurance who write policies for the truckers. Fine! You guys too.
Yes, all of them.
Without us DoorDashers, Poundcake wouldn't eat, so we're the most essential. All right, fine.
But I would because I do Uber Eats.
I mean,
It's the same thing.
But one is Uber Eats,
Food
one
delivery
is
But it's the
DoorDash.
same thing.
delivery.
You know what they're
And
saying.
you said delivery driver, and I would be like, okay, but you specified, so I'm telling you, you're wrong.
This person specified. I don't care. They're all the same. God.
Although my Uber Eats
I don't
driver,
use DoorDash, bitch.
he did have a DoorDash sign on his.
Like
little
one's better
warmer.
than the other, by the way. Like you have brand loyalty on whoever drops off your
I
food.
don't. That's just the one I installed before my memory was full, so I didn't. I can't delete it, and I can't. I
I got too much
another
D
one.
for DoorDashers. Yeah. I ain't gonna. So, how bad will things have to get, by the way, since we're on that subject? How bad will things have to get before you start erasing some D photos from your phone so that it'll work properly?
Well, this is the problem that I'm facing now. I should have did this a while ago, but now that I'm working from home, I installed a bunch of like software for my morning job on my computer, and that takes up a lot of memory. And my computer's already like a decade old, and so I'm surprised it's keeping up with that. But it seems to be working fine. If I import the 5,000 D-Pics I have from my mobile device onto my computer, and videos and etc., I'm afraid that might slow it down and or give it a virus.
Spell that word for me.
Etc.
Yeah.
etc. ...
First of all, he couldn't even spell that right. It's not 3 dots.
Etc.
He misspelled the abbreviation of etc. ETC ... 3 letters, then an ellipsis.
That is not what we were talking about.
Anyway, go
right.
ahead. Sorry.
That was it. That was it. I'm afraid to download all my D-Pics onto my computer because I'm working from home now and I don't want my computer to crash. I really don't want to. Like, I would take my mobile device. That's one thing. Like, I could be in communication through my laptop
Just
or
get
whatever.
rid of the D-Pics.
I wish your
Yes,
phone
you
would get wiped
can.
out. I really wish it would.
Just
I'm not speaking from experience, but I feel that I'm probably safe to say they all look the same.
They don't.
They all
cares?
eventually they all look the once you've
cares?
got thousands of them, right? They're
Yeah.
all just a blur. I've told you this before. You couldn't if I told you to pick one out, you couldn't go, that's Jim's.
You're wrong. I could.
I'm not
but
wrong.
even if you could, who cares?
Okay.
Move on. You are keeping yourself from progressing because you're hanging on to these things.
He's got FOMmed, Bill.
we were trying to
Fear
get
of
his phone
missing
to work
Ds.
the other day. I know.
My phone did work.
But we were still, like, it could work a lot better if you didn't have all these stupid pictures on
for
your
a
phone.
video conferencing app for work.
Yeah.
I got the video conferencing. That was on my laptop, not on my phone.
I am Dr. Penis.
But you should also have it available on your phone. just in case.
Bill, you want to know how mad Bill was? We were on a screen, the three of us and our boss. We were all sitting there on a screen, and then Bill goes, "Grow up, man! It's time to delete the D-Pics."
Grow up, because it was making his computer run real slow.
No, it had nothing to do with my computer.
Because he had no option to put it on his phone.
Well, I had to. I can delete other apps and install.
I was going to say
get rid of them.
That determines what your priorities are.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I will buy a track phone that doesn't have a lot of no use other than pictures or video, and then I'll just put them on that phone, and that'll be like my safe phone. So then I can have all the pictures.
You're
on there.
scared to delete your D-Pics.
I still stand by the idea that we quiz him on something, and then I get to delete D-Pics every time he gets something wrong.
Like how to spell, etc.
Yes, every time he spells a word wrong, I delete 500 D-Pics.
You're going to be hurting yourself if you
I
look
don't
through some
care.
of these. Well, actually, yeah, you've seen some good ones
Please.
from the stuff that people send you.
There is the internet out there. You don't need all of these.
But they're personal.
They're not, though. Are they?
They wrote
They're
Poundcake
personal.
on it.
They're
not
personal. They're personal because by virtue of the fact that they've been in your phone for so long.
They're watermarked.
You. Oh, I'm sure they are.
You'll be able to get more if you want them. There's not a shortage of guys sending
Better ones,
D-Pics.
newer ones, ones
better-
taken with new cameras.
It's nostalgia,
with wide
though.
angle.
Yeah, okay. I'll consider it.
Alan, what about us CNC machine repairmen? All right, fine.
It's a never-ending cycle of...
What about us logistics workers routing all the trucks who are right? Okay. What about us loss prevention workers? We keep prices down for you. Alan, trucks haul 70% of the freight in this country. F that train guy. Oh, now the truckers and the trainers are fighting with each other. That's what they're called, right? Trainers? Personal trainers?
Yes.
These people who work in the train industry.
Conductors.
No, those are people who work in the electricity industry.
Yeah, those are
superconductors. Alan, without us wood chipper makers, you wouldn't have wood pulp to make toilet paper. Thank you, wood chipper makers.
I guess I never really thought of that I'm really wiping my butt with, like, a piece of wood.
Why don't you just get an external hard drive? I have that, like, for
There's
all
a
the
million
photos that
options.
we've got. Yeah, like, we just offload them onto, like, we've got terabytes of
You can
photos.
get Google Photos and upload
That's
them to
true.
the cloud.
To the
and
cloud.
There's a million different things
I
you
have a
can
flash
do.
drive left over from college that has just nothing but
Good
papers
pun.
and PowerPoints on it. I could do that.
You can put all those D-Pics in the cloud, Bill?
Of course.
Google Pixel take all those? There you go.
I don't want to do that.
You don't want the cloud to know what you're looking at?
Hell no.
Why do you care?
Because the cloud will get full, and it'll
Yeah.
be literally raining men.
That's
will
right.
happen.
Yeah. He's like, there's a pretty brown cloud up there. I want to clear some of these out.
And it's not that they're D-Pics. It's the fact that there's options to move them to a place for storage and that you're not doing it. That's what I'm more annoyed by than anything.
I think he wants them at the tip of his fingers anytime he wants. He doesn't want to have
But
to go
if-
into an external hard drive.
If he
or
put
in
them
the cloud.
in the cloud, or if he was able to get a new phone, he could put them on a drive or something like that, and then get a better phone. He's got a trash old phone.
My
Now-
phone is not trash.
I have a question, Bill. As someone who is historically a person who does what they want to do and does not like being told what to do, why are you taking so much offense to him doing what he wants to do?
Because he has options to do.
But that's not the
to
way he
do it
wants
all.
to do it. He wants to do it his way.
No, it's also one of those things where he talks all this stuff about wanting to have his own radio show and wanting to do all these things, and this is an extension of him not doing anything to move forward with that.
How dare
But him
you?
holding on to D-Pics?
Because he's not. I just don't see him taking steps to ever do, like, he talks about doing the podcast, never started it. He talks about doing his own radio show. Has he ever even tried to get another job besides this one?
I didn't realize how these things are related to him having not enough storage on his phone.
It's
Bill's going bigger picture on it.
yeah.
It's the microcosm of the macrocosm.
Yeah,
this is
the
indicative.
nostalgia that he's hanging on to is keeping him from moving forward.
Yeah, I'll put them on my flash drive. I'll put them on my flash drive. For sure.
Just trying to motivate you.
In the meantime, I could just delete apps that I'm not using, that I rarely ever use. Like my student loans, I could just delete that app. And I'll put...
Defer, bitch! Defer!
I mean, I got at least 90 days, and that's enough time for me to transfer everything over. And
the reason I bring this up, too, is not because I think you can't do these things. I would like to see you do these things because I think you are a talented person.
I get it.
But I think you are afraid to make moves.
I totally get what you're saying, and I can understand why you think that.
Do you agree that you
Because I'm
afraid?
stupid. In some ways, yes. And
Yeah.
I need to get over that, and it's going to take time because I'm only hurting myself. So, yes, no.
Do you know that I don't care?
I agree with you.
And it's,
Big
again,
lips, my dear.
It's from a place. It's from a place of love. Because I think
I
again, I
understand.
think you're good. I think you're very
understand.
good at what you do, and you could be. I actually believe that you could be a big deal, but you are holding yourself back by just making excuses all the time.
You know why Mary quit drinking?
Why?
Bye.
After so many people told her to stop drinking?
Okay, nobody ever told me that, but
Plenty of people, I'm sure, told you to
people
stop
were like,
drinking.
"Hey, man, this was crazy."
Yes, I'm sure plenty of people,
Maybe don't throw up in your own car.
in their own inimitable fashion, I'm sure plenty of people told you to stop drinking, right? But the reason you stopped drinking is because you wanted to.
I got tired of my own BS.
You wanted to. And as much as we try to walk Poundcake down a path, he won't do anything until he wants to.
Right.
He knows how to do these things. He's no dummy. But until he wants to do something, he won't do it.
Fair. But I think I
So-
will surprise you guys, for sure.
Huh?
I said, I think I will surprise you guys.
I'm sure you do.
I'm sure I do. Okay.
You sure you think that?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Everybody thinks they're going to surprise somebody. You usually don't announce a surprise.
Until it's time.
But it will be a surprise. And you'll be like, oh,
Surprise!
that's the surprise he was talking about.
Okay, like what?
That it wouldn't be a surprise.
No. So you're going to surprise us how? With the D-Pics?
Oh.
No.
With everything he's going to accomplish one day.
No one's saying you're not going to accomplish anything.
Oh, no, I'm not saying you guys are, but I just think when you look back on it, you'd be like, oh, wow, he was so, down in the dumps or depressed or had anxiety or whatever, and look at what he became.
Huh.
When he put his mind
Well,
to
we
his
will
little
be
peanut
refer-
brain
But
to
when
it.
are you going to
We
start
will
that?
refer to you in past tense because you'll be dead. So, yeah. Look
When-
what he accomplished.
When are you going to start that, though?
Today.
Today?
Today.
What are you going to do?
He's going to delete DoorDash off of his phone.
No, that's not the app I'm deleting.
He's not going to delete D-Dash, which is the app that holds all those pictures, or DoorDash.
No, that's just in my gallery.
Yeah.
I have a album for him, but yeah.
Not putting the gal in gallery, are you?
No.
All right, I got a break. If you want to get a text into me, 35192. I got some messages off of the After Hours line that we'll get to. AlanCoxShow.com for everything else.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS and everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.